You're a nice kid, and you're obviously very smart. But you don't belong here.
How many times was that said to you?
Oh, more than I can count.
Tyler Sexton's journey from patient to doctor has been one long uphill battle. He suffers from spastic diplegia. It's a form of cerebral palsy, a chronic neuromuscular condition that affects balance as well as movement below the waist.
Good morning, Mr. How are you?
But his condition affects more than his legs. Did the disease also affect your eyes?
There's no visual impairment at all, but there's a lazy eye, is the common term, so yes.
An obstacle that has tripped up this good doctor since he was born 6 weeks premature.
The doctor called us in and he said he will definitely be physically disabled and may never get out of a wheelchair. He will probably be mentally disabled.
Doctors would tell me that I wouldn't amount to anything, that I could sharpen pencils for a living. I could tell you numerous stories.
Doctors told you that?
Yes.
When Tyler was 3, he got his first walker, but he still had trouble keeping his balance. You broke bones because you fell so much.
Correct.
As a kid.
I've broken almost every bone in my body, major bones from knees to wrists to ankles, all my fingers. I used to fall about 4 to 6 times a day.
But instead of giving up, he kept getting up. Needing help with his own 2 legs, he turned to someone with 4.
Right.
This is Danny, Tyler's service dog.
So you're using his body weight to keep yourself from falling?
Correct. The way I walk my body is it goes back and forth. So if I use him as a counterbalance, it keeps me a little more controlled so I can go slow, go up and down stairs, things like that.
Tyler says there were years growing up when the teasing was relentless.
It got so bad, I would pretend that I was blind, and nobody would mess with the blind guy.
Tyler says he could handle the taunts from other kids, but the discouragement from adults is what threw him off balance.
I had an interview at this medical school, and he looked at me and he said, "You will never be a doctor." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because they won't come to you."
Did you start to rethink your commitment to becoming a doctor?
I will tell you that I was broken.
Broken but not beaten, he applied to a dozen medical schools in the United States. Despite having straight A's, every single school rejected him. Still, he refused to accept that patients would shun him. He just needed that degree.
You did manage to get into a medical school outside the country.
I did. I went to the University of St. Eustatius School of Medicine on an island of Statia.
A small medical school in the middle of the Caribbean. Tyler graduated in 2011 and was surprised when a hospital back in the States was willing to take him on for his residency. The kind of support Dr. Sean Murphy finds in The Good Doctor.
We hire Sean, and we make this hospital better for it. We hire Sean, and we are better people for it.
I could give you a list of the doctors that did believe in me, the good doctors.
How in the world medical schools passed on him is beyond comprehension. That's a shame because he missed out on a rock star.
Now the head of pediatrics at a hospital in Mississippi, Tyler says most of his patients are kids with special needs of their own. They've never objected to a doctor with a service dog. And as for those college advisors who told him people would not want him as their doctor,
Have you ever had a single patient tell you, "I don't want you treating me"?
Never, not once. Matter of fact, they asked for me.
Without Dr. Sexton, we don't know where we'd be. We were so grateful to find him. Dr. Sexton is a pediatric god.
to make his young patients feel at ease, he wears superhero T-shirts.
Do you have one of those T-shirts on every single day?
Every day. And I teach kids that there's something special and that they're super. We're all handicapped. Mind the world can see, but we're all struggling with something. And my disability gives me credibility.